Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Yo, what's up guys? How are you doing? I know it's been a while since I have appeared on the Mokey channel. COVID has not made that very easy. That is also the reason why I'm doing this one alone. I hope you can forgive me. Yeah, but I thought it would be a nice time of the year to give you a little look at my Archfiend deck. Yeah, first things first, Archfiends is a rather aggressive deck, a lot of beat sticks and a nice little chaos engine mixed with a little bit of control. But yeah, let's get right into this. You will understand what I mean in just a second. Yeah, you have already seen this one. One BLS, self-explanatory in a chaos deck, not much to say. Then we play one Lightning Skull. Yeah, Lightning Skull is a high level. That is actually very important for a specific engine of the deck, but we will get into that later. Next, he has a 50% chance to negate any effect that targets him and destroy that card, and that's very neat in Gold format. Not a lot of cards have built-in protection in this format, and that's quite nice to have. Then he also has 2,500 attack points, so he can run over cards like Jinzo. That is huge and very nice to have. This deck is, like I said, a very aggressive deck and therefore relies on traps. Then with his 1,200 defense, he's also Tsukiyomi proven, so that's also very, very good to have. And he's a dark, so just functions with a chaos engine. Then next we have 3 Terror King Archfiends. Terror King Archfiend is arguably the most important and most powerful card of the deck. But if you are familiar with Archfiends, you will know that this guy has a drawback. He cannot be normal summoned unless you control another Archfiend, but you can special summon him. And I have a way to do that, but we will get into that later on as well. First, let me explain what I mean when I say this is the most powerful card of the deck. Firstly, 30% chance to negate any card that targets him and destroy that card. Nice to have. Tsukiyomi proven because of 1,500 defense, 2,000 attack points, so he will do damage. And last but not least, he negates the effect of every monster he destroys by battle. That is a powerhouse of an effect in Gold format. That means that he negates every flip effect monster and every monster like Sangan that says if he hits the graveyard he's going to activate. That is huge. And like I said, this deck is aggressive, so a lot of attack power is nice to have, and a dark time. So, a win-win-win. One Archfiend Soldier. Yeah. You might be looking at this and be like, okay, that's a vanilla. The hell you doing? But let me explain. Unlike cards like Shadow Knight, for example, Archfiend Soldier is a dark type. In a chaos deck, having darks is important. Having a monster that's a wind type, for example, doesn't really further your goal. Plus, I do not need to pay life points for him, unlike Terror King or Lightning Skull or pretty much every other Archfiend in the format. So that's nice to have. And unlike Shadow Knight, for example, he does full damage, because Shadow Knight, even though he has 2,000 attack points, so 100 more than Soldier, does only half the damage he inflicts on your opponent's life points. So that's not very nice in an aggressive deck. And he's also Tsukiyomi proven, so again, your opponent needs another card as backup if you want to get over him with Tsukiyomi. Then next we have Thunder Dragon, 3 copies of it. Yeah. You cannot believe how vulnerable this deck is to Delinquent Duo. Delinquent Duo is basically a game ender for this deck. If you get duoed and you do not have Thunder Dragon or any other way to protect you, yeah, you can pretty much give this game up. But when you have Thunder Dragon, you not only get duo proven, but you also enhance your Chaos engine. because you ditch a light, so it's already easier to summon BLS. I have tried playing Sangan and Sinister Serpent, but that does not really work out for the deck, because you're pretty much forced into summoning Sangan to get the Sinister Serpent Surge if you don't already have it. And that pretty much locks you out of every other play you can do and does not further your goal in being aggressive and trying to attack into flip effects and negating them and doing a lot of damage. Sangan can do none of this. So yeah, Thunder Dragon gives me the Druidproof I wanted, even a little bit more consistent, and also just doesn't lock me out of my place and enhance the Chaos Engine. So yeah, I decided to play Thunder Dragon. Next, we have a very staple card in Tribe Infecting Virus. I don't think I can add anything to Tribe Infecting that has not been already said. Then, one Blade Knight. Yeah, this deck has a nice little warrior toolbox, and Blade Knight is just one of these cards. Again, if you have only one card or less in your hand, this guy gets a 400 attack boost, gets to 2000 attack points, and will do a lot of damage. And if he is the only monster you control, he negates the effect of flip effect monsters he destroys by battle. So yeah, all around a very solid, very powerful card, and a light, so nice to have in a Chaos deck. Then we have one Breaker, not much to say about Breaker, free spell and trap removal, always good. One DD Warrior Lady, spot removal, again, not much to say about her. Now we have a nice card, or weird card, depending on your perspective. 2 Moderating Captain. Yeah, Moderating Captain is my way to special summon my Terror King Archfiend. If you normal summon Moderating Captain, you get to special summon one monster that is level 4 or lower from your hand, aka my Terror King Archfiend. And if you control another warrior type monster, your opponent can only target your Moderating Captain for an attack, or rather he cannot target the other warrior type monsters for an attack. Moving on, we play 3 Deathrook Archfiends. Oh boy, another light in the deck, and Deathrook is basically the hand trap before hand traps were ever even thought of. What a Deathrook does is, when a Terror King Archfiend on my side of the field gets destroyed, I can discard Deathrook and special summon my Terror King Archfiend back to my side of the field. So another way to get lights into the graveyard, and he and Terror King already make a nice Chaos Engine because Deathrook is a light and Terror King is a dark. So that is basically why I decided to make this a Chaos deck. Then next we play 1 Exiled Force. Yeah, another staple, another warrior toolbox monster, not much to say about it, just, yeah, it's Exiled Force, what do you need to say? Next we play 1 Mystical Swordsman level 2. Again, I want to negate flip effects, or in this case destroy them, and keep pressing for aggression. But Mystical Swordsman, just like Terror King, has a nice engine going with Moderating Captain, because Moderating Captain prevents cards like Sangan to freely attack into Mystical Swordsman, because if you destroy Sangan with like a Sakuretsu armor, for an example, Sangan will still get the Surge, so your opponent has not lost any material. But if you have Moderating Captain on your side of the field, your opponent no longer can attack into Mystical Swordsman, so summoning out Sangan and attacking doesn't really make much sense, because it only gives you a Surge, but leaves you open for multiple attacks for the next turn. So this is a nice little engine, and I like to have it in the deck. Then we play the Trinity. Not much to say, most powerful cards of the format. Then I played 1 Heavy Storm. Yes, I still play it. No, I'm not going to do Heavy Storm jokes this time. Then we go into the search engine, and why I said that a high level Archfiend is important for this deck. I play 3 Pandemoniums. Pandemonium says if an Archfiend on your side of the field gets destroyed unless it was by battle, you get to search a Archfiend with a lower level and add it to your hand. So, if my Lightning Skull, for example, gets destroyed, I get to search just whatever I want, basically. A Tarot King, a Death Rook, you name it, I don't care. I just add whatever I need. And if my Tarot King gets destroyed, I get to add a Death Rook, which means I can revive my Tarot King. Unless I didn't have a Death Rook before. Speaking of, I had a very fun little game with one of my friends, where I had one Death Rook in my hand, a Tarot King on the field, and Pandemonium on the field. I attacked him directly, and he thought he's a smarty pants and activated his Ring of Destruction, and was like, okay, you don't get to attack me directly. And I was like, are you sure about that? Dropped my Death Rook and special summoned my Tarot King back to the field. I attacked him again. This time the attack connected and he did take another 2000 damage. Then I revealed my Ring of Destruction, destroyed my Tarot King again, and revived him with the Death Rook I just searched with my Pandemonium and attacked for game. So you have to be careful with your Ring of Destruction against Archfiends. Keep that in mind if you ever face them. Then, another no-brainer card. We play a large warrior toolbox, so Rhoda is basically a given here. Yeah. Snatch Steal or Snatch the Game. Premature Burial, again, pretty much self-explanatory from this point onward. Torrential, 1 Mirror Force, the Ring, because best card of the deck, 3 Sakuretsu Armor, pretty much a staple in any aggressive deck, and because we are vulnerable with Pandemonium against Heavy Storm, because we basically always set 2 or more spell and traps, I play 3 Solemn Judgments. The fact that I have to pay half my life points means that I can always use Solemn Judgment, so I'm basically always proven against cards like Heavy Storm or whatever I need it against in that moment. Yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed. Give me a second while I pick this up again so you can watch this in a full view on the entire build. That might take a little while. Yeah, if you have any suggestions or you have questions about the build, leave them in the comments. I will get to answer them as fast as I can, but I cannot say how long it might take for me to read every comment and every question about the build. But like I said, will try to get into answering them as soon as I can. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well, that you're all healthy and safe right now. COVID has made this year very tiring for me, but I'm back and I hope that you are doing the same right now. So, if you have enjoyed this deck profile, leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the Mokey channel.